Hi, colleagues. If you're anything like me in this moment when we're switching to possibly doing remote interpreting for a while, we're in the market for a lot of equipment. And one of my top concerns was having a headset that would allow me to hear clearly and be heard clearly. So it can be kind of difficult to find the perfect headset, because as interpreters, we're looking for a lot of different features. We want acoustic shock protection to protect our hearing. We want a double-sided headset so that we can hear everything as realistically as possible. We want a mic that has some directionality so that it prioritizes our voice above background noise, marketed as noise canceling. And all of that put together alongside things like comfort and compatibility with our computer equipment can add up to a lot of work and a lot of shopping. I've done a bunch of that work and a bunch of that shopping, and so I thought I would share some of that with you. I've got 5 headsets right now that I can show you in demo. This one right here is the Sennheiser SC60. What I like about this one is that it's really comfortable to wear, and I do get very good sound coming through the headset. And at the same time, the sound output is pretty strong. Occasionally, I've noticed that in meetings, the sound coming out of this headset is lower than other headsets, but it's not a consistent thing. And so I would say that there are probably other factors involved than just purely it being this headset. I'm going to go ahead and demo the noise canceling feature on this. So I'm going to turn on music. It's on my phone sitting next to me, top volume. And you'll see that it's actually covering that. You can hear it in the background. You can hear the singing, but you do hear my voice a little bit better. And I'll show you what happens when I actually go on to ambient sound. So the microphone gain on my PC is not optimized for picking up music, so it sounds really terrible, especially bad. Worse than it would if I didn't have the music. So back to the Sennheisers. And the last thing I wanted to tell you about this one is it has a little inline control here. It has a call hang up button, which I don't think would work for VRI platforms, but if you had a phone, I suppose. And it also has a mute button here as well as volume up and down. So you can control it inline in this headset. So I'm going to pause that and switch to the next headset. All right, so here is our next headset. This one is a Sennheiser GSP350. It is a PC-only gamer headset, so you can see the profile is quite a bit larger than it would be if not. And it also has a thing where it cups your ears. Personally, as an interpreter, I'm not going to be able to handle having both of my ears cupped. So with this kind of headset, I am going to only listen on one side. Luckily for me, the mic is fixed on the left, and that's where I like it. But you cannot choose, unfortunately, with this headset. The sound output is pretty strong, and I will go ahead and demo the noise canceling feature. So there we are with my phone sitting next to me, top volume in the background, but you can still hear my voice. So coming to system, and there we are on the system. And coming back to the headset, so you can see again, the noise covering. So I'll go ahead and pause and change to the next headset. All right, so this headset, I went a little off brand, and it is the Logitech H540. This one, about the only good thing about it is that it's a little bit on the more affordable side of things, but still really, to me, not worth it. I don't feel like the sound output quality is as good. The mic is fixed on the right, which isn't going to work for me. And then on top of that, it feels kind of almost a little bit cheap in the sense that for me, I have a small little head, and if it feels like it might fall off. Because the earpieces are quite flat, and it sits a little bit wider. So I'll still demo the noise canceling. It does have that feature. So you can hear it's picking up, it's focusing on me and not the music in the background, which again, I will show you. So that's where we're at on this headset, which is an option, but probably there are better ones for you. All right, so this headset is the Sennheiser GSP300. These are very similar in fact, almost identical to the red ones that I showed you that were the Sennheiser GSP350. The difference is that these ones are operating system agnostic because they have a 3.5 millimeter jack. And so you could use it in theory with either PC or Mac. Now, the one thing that I've noticed about these is that for some reason on PC, which never happens on my Mac, the volume sort of fades up and down sometimes. It doesn't always do it, but sometimes, and it has cut out a little bit just once, which is obviously devastating for an interpreter. And I don't know whether that's a Windows thing or a PC thing, or if it's something going on specifically with the sound card or sound system in this computer. So I can't really explain that, but I do know that I probably won't be using these to interpret on this PC. But other than that, they have been a really solid choice. Their noise canceling is really good. I'll go ahead and flip that on. So the same directionality. It's really good cover, as opposed to some of the other ones. I mean, they all cover pretty well, but there you go. So that's this headset on a PC. But watch my Mac video because you'll see a difference. All right, so this last one is the Sennheiser USB PC8 headset. And despite the name, the specs indicate that it will work on either PC or Mac. I haven't tried that yet, but that is supposedly a thing that it does. So we'll try it out on my Mac, and you'll see it on the Mac video. I wanted to point out that this one, like the other, the first Sennheiser one I showed you, also has inline controls. This one just has volume and mute unmute, which again, I think that it's a useful functionality maybe to have, so that if you felt more comfortable doing this than actually clicking on your VRI platform on your computer to mute and unmute, this would be a completely functional option. So I'll go ahead and demo the noise canceling. So here's that, and you can see that again it's covering. I will flip to ambient again, just so you can see what's going on there, but I'm comfortable. So and here we are. Pausing the music really quick to tell you one more thing about this one. This one, what I have noticed is that I do, again, have to be pretty cognizant about the mic placement because it does really pick up puffs. So I keep it a little bit down, just below my chin instead of up by my mouth. So that's something to be aware of with this headset as well as the first Sennheiser headset. Okay, so that's it. That's my demo. And again, those little puffs of sound, so I'm moving that boom down a bit. I hope that this has been useful to you. And as I said, I'm going to do a Mac video as well because I have definitely noticed that there are some differences, subtle ones, but when interpreting, we know that subtle differences matter. So I have noticed differences in terms of the sound output quality, not so much with the input quality, but certainly with the sound output quality. So I will do my best to get that Mac one out as well. Thanks so much for watching, and once again, best of luck to all of you, and stay healthy, stay safe.